All right, we have some pleasant news this morning, everybody. We have a Bendpak update. And as you can see, I'm smiling, not frowning, not gritting my teeth, so it's actually a pretty good update. Hang tight. I'm gonna roll these doors up. You guys can see these triple stack racks, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit what's going on. All right, guys. I got to give my door guys credit as well. These doors are freaking amazing. If you don't realize how large these are, how much work it took to get them adjusted, to have the false top there, but also have one of the biggest doors that they had ever installed in this glass version door. And we've got them all over the place here. I don't even want to tell you guys what I spent in doors alone, because it could have been a couple new Lamborghinis, but it took it to make this place look right. But Bendpak, we had to make a video 5 or 6 months ago, unfortunately, because we weren't getting any help. We were just constantly having leaks, issues, and problems with these racks. And it turned out it was mainly all in the cylinders, which is the good news, because Bendpak has now gone through a different manufacturer for their cylinders, from what I'm told, and they have fixed the problem. They've upgraded the cylinder, and we're happy to have them sitting on the ground ready to be installed. Now, in the meantime, Bendpak sent a replacement set of cylinders, but they were very upfront and said, look, these cylinders are better, but not best. We want you guys to have the best. We want all of our customers to have the best. So we turned a bad situation into a good one, and I'm very happy for that. And I think going forward, all Bendpak customers are going to be happy because they've improved. Also in that, just like there goes Daniel, should have caught the tires. I heard them coming. In any business, you can always improve. And Bendpak's a huge company, been in business for a long time. And when we did the video, I was nothing but truthful. We bought the lifts. I spent money that I never expected to spend on lifts, for a building I never expected to have, for a showroom that I never expected to have. So to me, this was a dream come true. And everything about it was a dream come true, except for when the lift started not working properly. My guys thought they were unsafe. We really didn't know what to do. The technician was not getting any help. We weren't getting any help. Kind of fell on deaf ears. The video went semi-viral, and it's unfortunate that it did, because it did get some bad press for them. But they did follow up right away. And like any company, they express, well, not like any company. A lot of companies make excuses. I'll say that. We've dealt with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of businesses and companies over the years. And most of the time when there's a problem, they just make excuses. Oh, that was Joe, that was Bob. It doesn't matter. If AJ has a problem, does something wrong, or Mike does something wrong, or I do something wrong, it doesn't matter which one of us do something wrong, it all falls back on the business. So it's a business problem, not the person's problem. They didn't do that. They stepped up. They said, we got a problem. We realize we got a problem. We need to correct the problem. We need some time to correct the problem. What can we do? And thankfully, this is not part of our day-to-day business. We're able to put cars on here and they can stay. Well, at the time, this particular rack here, well, they were so scared to use it that that car had been up there at that time for almost 6 months. Now, if this was a day-to-day business where these racks were coming and going, say we were storing cars for high-end clients and they want to come get their car out for the weekend, these lifts might need to work almost every day. In our case, they don't. So it was okay. They communicated. That was the key. They communicated. They took care of the problem, and I am going to give them mad props for that. They didn't, I guess, well, they didn't have to. They could just continue to get bad press. But they decided to step up, communicate. I was talking with a woman there, and I don't remember what her role was, but I think she was vice president, possibly. She was very upset to hear about what was going on. She was not made aware of what was going on until people started sharing her the video. And that is unfortunately how a lot of things happen. I think everybody in business has experienced it once or twice in time, unless you're a 1 or 2 man show. If you get much bigger than that, and you have employees, and you have off-site people, some things get swept under the rug until there is no more room to sweep them under the rug, and the rug's too tall. And I think that's where this got. I love our racks. I loved them from the day we installed them. They work very well when they work properly. And AJ behind the camera is one of the few that comes over here if we have a customer, hey, and it's always the case, I want to look at that tan square body Blazer. Well, sir, it's on the top of our rack. Okay, can't you take it down? At one point, no, we could not. So we had to get a ladder. As you can see, the ladders are still back there. Climb up there and look at it if you want to, guy. I mean, you know, that was not the attitude we like to have. Now AJ is comfortable with them. Everything's adjusted, everything's setting right, everything's doing right. And a lot of you guys are waiting on this update video. I told Bendpak, we don't have the gazillion followers like some of the channels have. You see Bendpak racks in the background of some of the biggest channels on YouTube. We're not the biggest channel on YouTube by any means, but we love supporting. I didn't go up there and peel their stickers off. I didn't take a black roller and paint over top of them because I was proud of it. And now I can say that I am proud again. Bendpak did what they were supposed to do. We have the parts here. We have communication from the installer. He's coming to take care of it, and hopefully we'll never have to worry about it again. And now we may add 4 to 6 more of these racks, now that I'm pleased with them, because they are cool. They're a great use of space. This ceiling height in this building, at this angle, it gets bigger as you go into the center, but I think it's 24 feet in here. We've got room to go a whole nother car higher. Shame they don't make a quad stack, because we'd get it. Somebody probably does, but I know Bendpak doesn't. They admitted the triple stack rack was an issue. They had good service on their other racks. Like anybody, they have failures, they have complaints, they have install errors, they have things that go wrong. And the worst part about this video, and I'm going to re-emphasize it again, we bought these through our Bendpak supplier. We're not direct with Bendpak. We went through Advance Auto Parts. Advance Auto Parts was the integral part of being great in this. So Advance Auto Parts did not pass the buck. They went straight there. They didn't get answers no different than us. We bounced back and forth. But I have to give kudos to Advance Auto Parts, because our girl Jennifer there stood beside us, stood strong, and got things done. Another thing you'll notice, we actually backlit this particular rack with that lighting, which looks cool at night. These buildings stay lit up 24/7. Matter of fact, we don't even come turn the lights off during the day, and we probably should. They stay lit up all the time. But we stopped on this rack because as soon as they were up and as soon as we started using them is when the problem happened, and we stopped. So we got to finish up the lighting, because that's an awesome touch to that. And I just noticed that actually we gave up because my electrical guy was like, hey, you want to do the rest? And I'm like, no. Right now, I don't want to do nothing. I want to close the doors and forget I even own this building. And that's no way to be at all, because everybody was proud of it. Everybody loved it. Heck, we got a Ghostbuster car. We got a 40 coupe. We got a Hemi Plymouth. Yes, she got a Hemi, a real Hemi. A Prowler, an LS Swap Chevrolet Bel Air. A nasty SS Monte Carlo with all custom interior. A pickup truck on airbags, which that's supposed to go out today or tomorrow. Okay, good. A fully restored Bug, a 54 Bel Air, a C6 Corvette, or is that a 7? C6. A Challenger with 100 miles on it. And then again, the Ghostbuster car. And we've got more and more cars that this would only have 4 cars in it. So a little plug for Bendpak. This could be a 4-car garage. And we could position 5 or 6 in here if you moved them around properly. We could probably stagger them, maybe get a few more. But we would never get 12 cars in this same space, ever. And actually we have room for one more rack we were going to use for side-by-sides. But we realized the side-by-sides really didn't fit any better, you know, on these, so we could just stagger those on the ground and make it work. But we put in an entry door so a car or a side-by-side would go through. Put a lot of effort in this building, a lot of time, a lot of labor of love, a lot of designing, and took what was just basically an open building and turned it into a dream showroom of ours. So anyway, Bendpak update, I'm giving them a thumbs up. I know there's guys out there that will still say something bad, but I hope most people say something good. They did stand behind it. We're the small guy. They took care of us. And I'm very proud now. And I'm very happy to look forward to many, many years when I put this together. I didn't do anything cheap. I didn't use cheap concrete. I didn't use cheap block. I didn't use cheap metal. I didn't use cheap siding. I didn't do anything halfway, because I planned on this place being here for myself, my family, my future family, my guys, forever. So that's why I went with what I thought was the greatest product. And now I'm very proud to say that they have stood behind it. They stood beside us to help out. And we're going to have some good results in the end by having some good working lifts. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. This was not sponsored by Bendpak. No money was spent by Bendpak, and Bendpak did not even ask for this video. Though I told them I'm going to give an honest review of what happens along the way after that other video went pretty viral. So here's your honest evaluation of what has happened since.